This time, the game that got a lot of requests for a 1-coin clear is Sangokujengi. Honestly, I've never done a 1-coin clear without tricks, and despite trying whenever I have time, I just can't manage it no matter how hard I try. Instead of a 1-coin clear video for Sangokujengi, I've compiled some of the game's fun elements in this video. If I succeed in a 1-coin clear next time, I might suddenly upload it. If you play the Three Kingdoms Chronicle Sangokujengi 1 or 2 versions, you can only choose from the 5 great generals. But if you enter the hidden command, you can unlock 3 hidden characters. The hidden characters are Zhuge Liang, Diao Chan, and Zhang Liao, but honestly, we only ever played as Zhuge Liang. Veteran players who were tired of Zhuge Liang would pick other characters, but for us old school players not wanting to waste 100, one Zhuge Liang was the top choice. If you didn't know how to unlock him, you likely chose Ma Chao for his elemental sword. When the Plus version arrived in arcades, the unlock command was no longer needed. However, in the early days, I frequently asked my friends to unlock this character for me. What surprised me the most when I first played the game was that it actually had Korean subtitles. Since I was used to seeing only English in arcades, it was a huge shock for me personally. Let me show you the level up bug first. In Sangokujengi, when you exceed a certain score, your character levels up and gets stronger, but if your character is sitting even after surpassing the required score, the level does not increase. When the level up animation plays, enemies are knocked back, and all combos reset. By taking advantage of this trick, you can defeat the boss really easily in 2-player mode. If you position yourself well where the boss first appears, stand up when the special move hits. The timing has to be right, and if the leveled up player stands up first, you might fail. If you succeed, this is a combo play where you can see some truly thrilling big damage. Let's check it out again in slow motion. You can see that Joeon's ultimate hits a whopping 4 times. To use this strange bug, you need to get the lamp. What's the fastest route to get the lamp? After choosing the option to give Dukang to Wang Pyong, you can enter through the door that opens. If you clean up roughly and break the box in the middle, you can get the lamp. Usually, when we were young, we always made sure to bring 9 arrows and 2 bombs. We learned that if you use the lamp and then throw 9 arrows and 2 bombs, you get an infinite bug. With this crazy bug, honestly, just activating this makes it possible to clear the game with 1 coin no matter what. From minions to bosses, even Zhuge, Kimuan, and Poppy from Bukum can be defeated with a single coin. But actually, if you can use the lamp and just set the invincibility to 0, the bug works. You don't necessarily have to use exactly 9 arrows and 2 bombs. If you only have 1 invincibility left, you can trigger the Kimuan bug by just using 1 fire item after activating the lamp. If you see an X mark at the bottom of the item window, it means it worked correctly. Even if the Kimuan bug activation leads to your death, it will remain active. Once you know the trick to making the bug work, you won't have to obsess over the old-fashioned 9 arrows and 2 bombs anymore. Huang Chong can also create Kimuan through drinking, and the trick to making the bug work is the same as with other characters, but you need to have the golden certificate. If you use alcohol instead of a lamp and set invincibility to 0, you can keep charging your energy. Similar to the lamp bug, an X mark below signifies it has been applied. You can get items a little faster than with the lamp, so you can make Kimuan the fastest. There is a bug starting from stage 3 that allows infinite use of the health recovery item. To use it as a food cart, set Bolpei to 0 in front just like the Kimuan bug. Online claims about using 3 bombs and 3 boomerangs without arrows are nonsense. I'll try using it after lowering my health a lot. It also takes quite a while to get hit, so please understand that I've sped up the video. I've used it twice now, so I'll try using it 1 more time. Unlike the infinite lamp, using it recklessly with high health will cause you to drop the item. Picking up the dropped item fixes the bug. You can get the Heavenly Shield book where you can get the Ice Sword, and this also becomes an infinite bug. This is a bug that works the same way as the invincibility, and it's a very easy bug. First, use the Heavenly Shield, and then connect it with the invincibility. Since the method is all the same, let's check if it really becomes infinite when it's applied. I need to show you using it again, but the maintenance time is too long, so I sped it up. The infinite bug has been re-established as shown. With the pincer attack item Cheondunseo, infinite is a given, and it becomes much easier when fighting Jangreyu. Earlier, I mentioned bugs, where you have to set the quantity to 0, but when using a bug against Jangreyu, you only need Cheondunseo. After taking out the remaining shells, activate Cheondunseo before the corpse vanishes. When you do this, Jangreyu will appear and blow away the character who is using Cheondunseo. Once you've completed this part, Cheondunseo will remain active until the end of this stage. If you fight the minions where Jangreyu can see you, he might use traps, so it's better to keep your distance. If you deal with the minions from afar like this, Jangreyu's health will gradually decrease on his own. Normally, it takes about 50 seconds, so I just sped it up right away. This way, you can clear it easily without having to fight Jangreyu directly. Cheondunseo remains after defeating Jangreyu, continuing even after the score appears. The Cheondunseo infinite bug activation isn't just useful here, it's also quite good in the Yomong battle. You need a character to use Cheondunseo and another character to support them. The support character activates a magic item at the same time as using Cheondunseo, and then activates Taepyeongcheongyongso before Cheondunseo ends. You can get both Taepyeongcheongyongso and the tempting item right away from Chosun. Once you use them like this, Cheondunseo will activate infinitely until the end of this stage. If the timing isn't right, you might not be able to use Taepyeongson, so you need to be careful. I'll fast forward until Yomong appears. Yomong appears riding the elevator, and he absolutely can't get out of there. He gets hit even before he can say his lines after appearing. In this way, the hero just becomes part of the background, and the player only has to deal with the minions. In this way, not only the Celestial Stone, but other magic elements can also be maintained indefinitely. Expert Three Kingdoms war players can fight well without tricks, but average players like me find it tough without clever tactics. Using just one of the tricks I've shown should let you clear the game with 1 coin. However, exploiting bugs for a 1 coin clear doesn't truly count and isn't as fun. I think these tricks are only worth trying for those who really want to clear the game with 1 coin, even if it means using bugs. The last one is useful when you block with the invincibility bug and get on the bus. After making the character sit, have another character use a magic item. At this time, the sitting character should not move or attack. Even slight movement will instantly cancel the invincibility bug. It's a pretty helpful bug to use when you just need to get carried or when things seem too dangerous. You can see that no matter how much you attack, the crouching character doesn't get hit. That's all, this has been Doll. The Three Kingdoms was my favorite arcade game to play with friends. Strangely, it's also a game that I just can't beat with 1 coin, no matter what. When I watch Park Gosu play, the game seems really easy, but when I try it myself, I struggle a lot. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Someday, I really want to upload a Three Kingdoms, The Legend of the Three Kingdoms 1 coin video on my channel. Thank you.